Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Tub Talk. This is, wife told me to do it this way, episode 27. We're in hot tub heaven. So here we are out in the tub. I'm Viz.
I'm Sable.
And we're just chilling, talk about Marvel Strike Force, maybe a little bit off the track because our ADHD has been kicking up a little bit these days. So
yeah, it's one of those contagious diseases that rubs off on you.
Yeah. Last episode, I went into a little bit of how I got in a car accident. Well, not really an accident, I guess. I got rear-ended. So either way you put rear-ended, I think it's kind of the same. I don't know. I mean, you look behind, you wonder what's there. It feels a little weird,
And it's funny, the AI did pick up when you said schmeckle.
Schmeckle?
It did.
Nice.
Pick that up, and I'm like,
knew what schmeckle was. Right. You get it from the back, you got a little pain. It's kind of like, you feel a little weird afterwards.
Kind of walk stiff.
Yeah, a little stiff walk. You definitely look around behind, make sure everything's up to par afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bigger the vessel, the harder the punch.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things you can say that kind of work with both ways. But anyways, so I ended up, I got the rental car while my car is at the doctor, and I was like, hey, look at that black Challenger you got over there. How does that work? Oh, that'd be like an extra $10 a day. I'm like, sold. $10. I'm good with that. $10 a day to rent something fun. I'm down. So yeah, I got a fun little car to drive around for a little bit while waiting for mine to get out of the shop. It's built like a tank. It's American made, so it's built like a tank, so that's good. But yeah, it'd be kind of nice just go on a little local road trips, basically, when I have some time off.
Tomorrow?
After work, yeah. After work. But we got light until 9 o'clock at night,
yeah.
So we got plenty of time to go do stuff
Sunset
we really want to.
drives.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my life right now. That's about it. Everything else is pretty chill, so I can't complain. There's a lot of people a lot worse, and I'm kind of blessed with that. And even when something does go sideways, there are good parts to it as well. Like you get to have fun with the new car, and it gets taken care of because you weren't at fault. Everybody was okay and in good health. There's a little soreness in my neck and stuff. I think everything was pretty good. So really, I can't complain about something like that. And it's all being taken care of, which is the nicest part. So they had insurance, I had insurance, so that was easy. So yeah. So anyways, just moving forward with that, which is a brilliant thing. But speaking of moving forward, they decided to move forward with changing the kit of Bucky Barnes
And Union
Jack and North Star to make up for the debacle that was 3-piece, 2-piece teams beating the new defense meta. So
yeah.
They still don't feel great. Still pretty easily beatable. I took APOC in with out of time just to make sure today because I wasn't feeling super secure.
Yeah, because they need that speed on spawn now instead of having.
Yeah, so I did a punch up. I think it was actually a punch across once I added APOC to it, but I felt good. It wasn't difficult. It's not like I ever worried that I'd lose. So it's a good feeling.
And it's just pretty sad that a 2-second test. Hey, this character negates charges. What happens to a character that needs charges, that has a kit, that if he doesn't have charges, he gets to go?
If only they had, a group of people that in the 3 months before the tunes were released can go through and test these things.
Play test.
Do they have something like that? I think they do.
I don't know.
But anyways, yeah, so yet another debacle with the release of a team.
And then it feels like they nerfed Bucky and Union Jack, because Union Jack is now 0% speed bar he gains.
Right, if he has charged?
Or if he
doesn't have charge.
Yeah. So they totally
thought
that we were using invaders anyway.
Right, fortunately for us,
but
we don't use invaders.
Were.
Right. So those people still. Well, I'll be able to see in my beginner account because I actually still have invaders. Actually, I leveled up my Spider Society, so I don't even use them anymore. But I'll take a look. I'll use them in Doom and see if there's anything different. But I don't know. They don't. They're such a slow team, anyways.
Yeah.
That somebody not getting speed bar is really gonna just be like, oh yeah, they're slow. Really not gonna change it much, I don't think.
Which you can't really test it because it has to be against somebody who negates their charges.
Yeah, and that's not gonna happen in Doom. That's only gonna happen in Incursion, right?
Like
Incursion is where that happens, which is makes them
so.
good.
I'm not sure.
So yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like you can't nerf a tune because you fucked up and didn't check that. Hey, what happens
Well,
when
apparently you can't.
these interact?
They've done it twice.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, they've done it twice. So apparently you can. Actually, 3
stop
times.
making up kits that counteract each other.
What did they do before? They did somebody else before.
It was Old Man Logan, because Old Man Logan did something, because the same invaders were walking over.
That was in Crucible, yeah, but I'm saying a while back. A while back they did something and said, oh, it was APOC. That's who it was. When he came out, remember they changed his kit all of a sudden, made him different, because he wasn't powerful enough. So
yeah, which then they did with Mephisto,
and
then they made him too powerful, and then they changed him.
Yeah, it's just like, test this stuff before it comes out. Come on now.
You're paying people hundreds of thousands of dollars. How has nobody got the balls enough to step up and be like, hey, this isn't going to work. This tune is going to negate that tune, and it's going to get into this clusterfuck.
Yeah, well,
because
I mean,
you know people are going to test this stuff.
Like you said, it's that society that we live in right now. It's got a lot of these people that work is a 4-letter word. They just want to go show up, get paid, and leave. Yeah. So doing
somebody
the
else
extra,
talk to them about it.
Doing that. Oh yeah, that mentality. What was that called? That Vandy had said.
Yeah.
The group mentality stuff, where they're like, hey, this person will take care of it. I don't got to worry about it. I'll just pass it on. Oh, that person will check that. I got to worry about it. I'll pass it on. It's a lot of that too, and it's like, hey, I just check ABC.
Man, when I screw up, because I'm the worst speller in the world. That's why I have you prove it.
If I just pass stuff on in my work, there's a chance somebody can get killed.
Exactly.
And there's no threat, there's no stress, there's no anything like that involved with it. It's just like, oh yeah, we'll fix it later.
Well, who knows? Maybe people who have spoken up and said, hey, this is a bad idea. Hey, maybe they've gotten fired.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just interesting. It's a thing.
I just don't know where's the quality. And people are. The whales and krakens are still forking over hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do you really not care that much? Your top name on that leaderboard is more important than the integrity of the game?
Well, it's a choice. It's a hobby. It's what they want to spend. That's fine. It's up to them. Like, it's their money. I'm not going to diss on anybody for spending money if they want to spend. I mean,
yeah, but if I buy a camera lens and it's trash and it doesn't focus and it's, like, total garbage, I'm not going to just keep it and eat it. I'm going to send it back. Be like, hey, this is broken. It's not, what I bought.
Yeah.
You're going to complain about it. Same thing. Like, dude, you just spent $100,000 on this team.
Well, that's what the annals of Reddit is for. Complaining.
There's been nobody complaining about it.
Well, that's because it's probably not that big of a problem. It's not a big problem to me. I don't really care. I mean, like I said, now I can counter it, so it doesn't matter. I don't use spider invaders, so that doesn't matter. Alpha Flight does what it needs to do. It sits on defense and absorbs a team.
I couldn't even get through the raid note week.
So it doesn't matter. I'm able to get to the boss now. We're doing Spotlight 1.2. I got everybody at 95 now, and I'm able to get to the boss.
If I play the nodes, but I don't want to play the nodes.
Yeah, I'm playing the nodes.
I'm
playing the nodes. No. It's fun using Sasquatch. Like I said, it's fun using Sasquatch.
I ain't got time for that.
Well, I mean, you do. Don't use it for that. Use it for other things.
Yeah, the one time I try and do Crucible.
Oh, yeah.
I lost by 3 fucking points.
3 points on a 20 million punch-up.
No, he was punching up 20 million.
Oh, he was? You were punching down?
Yes.
Oh,
but he had everything on defense and offense. That's all his teams were. Well,
you can't look at his roster, so you don't know that, but it felt like that.
I mean, his defense was trash. He had Weapon X and some other bullshit. And yeah, my Panda Pool was in red versus he had 1 tune in yellow. 3 freaking points.
Crazy. No, it happens. It's okay.
I had one room that was a perfect score because I didn't even have to take a turn against his war dogs. Because my counterattacks killed them.
Oh, don't say that word. You're going to set somebody off.
I know. Well, they're terrible in room 6.
You're terrible, period.
I mean, granted, I punched down like 1 million on the damn team.
Yeah.
But 3 points, and now I'm down to gold 1. Yeah. Because I lost again, and I'm at that cusp.
Yeah, well.
Meanwhile, 80 players, less than 80 players, What was it? No, 13. Are
Yeah,
getting the top
no,
rewards in
we
Crucible?
did the math. Yeah, so it was 29 players per division at the top three. There was a total of 87.
On average, yeah.
So 87. So we average that out to 27 per. Are at the top
Four.
the top three divisions, and there's 30. We said 31,000 in the top 12. Yeah, 31,000 in the top 12
Yeah, gold
brackets.
or whatever.
31,000 people in the top 12 brackets, whereas the rest of the my beginner account is 245,000. So that means at least 220,000 people in the bottom 7.
Are under gold 1.
The bottom 7. So
Yeah.
the 7 is just plugged full of people. And I'm not the lowest. I mean, that account's like 12 million, and I do attacks here and there and do stuff. So, I mean,
It's
I'm not
just
the
garbage.
lowest. So say 300,000 people are in the bottom 7, whereas 30,000 are in the top 12. Like, that's a crazy disparity,
And you can't.
whatever that word is.
One loss negates 2 wins. So
Yeah.
if you go 2-1,
Well, isn't one
you're
loss
still
20
going
points?
to drop.
Don't you lose 20 points
I
for a
don't
loss?
know.
It's only 6 points for a win.
It's
So that's 3.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's nuts. Yeah, your whole week is done if you lose 1.
Yep.
That's what it is. Your whole week worth of
And I
matches
already
is done if you
thrown
lose
the
1.
first match. I won the second match because he didn't attack. So I'm like, okay, I've got to try. I've got to get this. 3 freaking points. I had a 5,200. Like, are you serious?
Hey, I'm in gold 1 as well, and you know what I do? I hit auto with my blitz squads. So you're trying your hardest. I'm doing absolutely nothing. We're going to be getting the same rewards. How does that feel?
It's just garbage.
How does that
You
feel?
can't even get your way up there to get diamonds. Diamonds
Yeah.
are so gated.
Oh, yeah.
It's absurd.
Yep.
Unless you can convert your Elite 7s, which I'm almost there to being guaranteed 7s at this point.
Yeah, I can't believe you're not there yet.
I wasn't using my gold promos. I have been now, except for on minions. I'm not leveling up the minions, I'm not wasting.
No, I'm not either. They sit there in my.
If they're
my
in the
red store.
orbs, I will upgrade them to a 7.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, it was no problem. I got them all 7. Everybody.
It's
No
when
shit.
are they going to loosen up on those diamonds? Oh, they're in Crucible. Everybody nobody gets them in Crucible.
No,
12
that's the
people.
way I
Like
bracket it
80
out.
people get them.
Yeah, 87
It's
people.
garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty trash, to be honest.
And the top just keeps staying at the top,
I've been
and you
sitting
wonder how
at
anybody's going to catch up.
5,830 dark promotion credit. What is that called? Dark
Dark diamonds.
diamond promotions
Yeah.
for my APOC for the last 2 months.
Well, yeah, because it's once a season, and the
Yeah.
seasons are like 3 months long, which is garbage.
Yeah.
Keep the same rules, shorten them to like war seasons, monthly
Yeah,
or whatever
2
war
weeks.
seasons are.
Just keep the rules, man. Like,
Yeah,
oh
keep
my
the
God.
rules for the 6 months that you want to keep them, but make the season shorter.
Just take the
And
rules
stop
out.
dropping people.
Just take the rules out. Take the rules out.
It's just a freaking blanket. Yeah, if the kit calls for Crucible, they're going to be better. If it doesn't, then
Yeah.
they're going to suck.
Let us build a team that's meant for Crucible. Don't make, like, friggin', I don't know, some trash team all of a sudden Crucible meta, because you know next season is going to have Alpha Flight and Spider Society call-outs. Because they want to
probably
make
'cause
as
they
much
just
money
took the
off
ball.
of those teams as they can. But yeah, just take the rules out. Let people theory craft and put what you want to put in the rooms. Like, if anything, just kind of do it like war, where it's like you get defense up. Like simple shit, not all this really crazy stuff.
That whole mode was stupid to begin with.
Yeah.
Absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
And the Link Alliance stuff to it and events to it.
Yeah,
When there's too many
no more of
bugs
that.
in this game, and
The
then when you
game's
lose
freezing
because the
and
game
crashing.
frozen.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's one thing we have is war. And the other thing too is with the war, like they've done a better job, I think, making the war alliance things be 10 attacks a person. I really feel like it's been 10 attacks per war per person. You can finish the cap.
Yeah, which is.
But why do we have a cap? Just make that a thing, and then if we want to buy 14 a person, everybody in the alliance wants to buy 14, then we get over that cap and we get rewarded for putting more currency into your game.
Yeah, especially if those want to buy the pack of shame because, I need to get to that 14
Yeah,
attack
it's
because that'll
like-
help us in the event.
they're choking themselves out from making money that would be smart money versus throwing offers out there all the time for milestones to just get cash grabs. It's obnoxious to see.
Well,
Like they're
the smartest people are the stupidest people.
their business side of things is just it's poop. It's just poop. Yeah, I don't get it at all.
But we've done surveys and we've tested and we've figured it out. No.
Yeah, like I said, Scopely, if you want, I can help you run this thing. Like just like I said, pay me my salary I make now. I don't need to make any more, and I'll be happy. We can talk because I know I can do a better job. Give me 6 months, and I guarantee you it's gonna be a better place. I mean, make it so that free to play feels like they're being heard and they're growing. The pay to play periods feel like they have a mode to do, and they have things that are fucking hidden milestones. When they pay, it activates so they can see, but the rest of us don't feel like we're missing out. It's like little things like that. Like,
but that FOMO will get you.
yeah, and I know that's how they
hook
hooked people into. Oh god, yeah, that time heist thing. Oh my
the
gosh.
new ones because of the teams required for APOC. So now a new whale can come into the game and in 3 months
Right.
have APOC. Like. Meanwhile, the other person is falling even further behind, and then their time is worthless, and
Right.
they quit the game.
Yeah, I'm seeing, and like if you're there and all of a sudden you're in an arena and you're doing okay, and then somebody comes in, a month and a half after you, but it's in the same shard,
Yeah,
and they buy
10,000 people, which is just absurd.
and they buy this time heist, and all of a sudden they're like number 1, number 2 in arena. You can't get by them because of their team without spending. You're not gonna feel good about
then
that.
you're missing out on cores, which then misses out on character releases if you need cores for campaign energy.
And the price that they put it at is super low.
Yeah.
It's super low. I mean, it's
because you got the Whales and Krakens buying it for the golden training matches.
right, which is I'm saying it's almost at our level. It's worth buying just for that.
Yeah.
But seeing as so the raid. Thank you, by the way, Scopely, for putting the characters you did put in the stores. That was nice having new things to go farm for. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
And farming those raid orbs with the raid currency that I had, I didn't realize I had 2 point something million. So farming those Starbad, I got so much Ultimus food. Like I didn't realize I could get that much. I have like 100K Ultimus food now. And so I'm able to actually get those tunes that are in that store. It feels good. Like I'm like, hey, this is kind of cool. So that's a nice thing to do. So thank you. Do that more. That's appreciated. Like I like having stuff like that. Something that's farmable. It's nice. It's nice to have around. So yay to that one. That's a positive. But yeah. So I mean, if I already get that deal, I'd have a shit ton of Ultimus food with the characters that they're putting in it because I have them all at 7 stars already.
Yeah, but aren't they giving? Doesn't it give the tokens? That doesn't give shards. If you already have the tune. Have that size and stuff. You don't. What does it get converted into?
That's a good question. Scopely, are you effing over people by doing the token thing?
They might be.
It might be.
Because you don't get
question.
if you already have the T4 on it, you're not getting those 180 T4s, 200 T4s.
To do as
you're
you
missing
wish.
out on those T4s.
Yeah. That's a good point. I did not actually think about that. That's a very good point. Yeah, they have those new token things, and those token things are so stupid. So stupid. It's a way for them to just like manage, cookie cut the stuff. Because yeah, that was a pain in the butt. Because when I did the Logan trials, I'm like, okay, I unlocked them. Do I want to level them up now and play with them, or do I want to keep trying for a higher star and try to get a higher? Because I don't want to waste the stuff because we don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
and doesn't
when the
get
next
wasted.
one comes out, it and at a different level.
Boy, that's true. Because yeah, I have them at gear 19, but I only got them at 5 stars. So everything, if I get another one of these token things, does it
where does all that
gear?
bonus gear come from?
Yeah,
where does it go?
Does it deposit it into my account,
Probably
or
not.
is it just poof?
Yeah.
I think it just poofs.
Which, if that's the case, then you're really bait and switch. Because you think you're buying one thing, but you're not.
You're not.
Because the shards are gone, because you've already got them past that level.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's something definitely to look into because that's a big if right there. That's like the movie that we watched that wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Big if.
Yeah, that movie was weird for a Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yeah, it was supposed to be funny. Tangent, by the way. It was supposed to be really funny, and it had funny parts.
Yeah.
But I don't even think that. So Michael from The Office played the big purple guy, and he had some funny spots, but I don't think it really came across as funny as it was.
Carell.
Yeah, I don't think it came.
To me, it reminded me of not even child friendly. I See Dead People movie.
Oh, Sixth Sense.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, it was Sixth Sense.
Yes.
No, that's totally the vibe
And I don't want
I
to
got.
say any more than that because people who might want to watch it.
No, it was totally the vibe I got. Absolutely,
I'm
Sixth
like,
Sense.
oh, this is just
The
like
kid can see dead people. The kid can see imaginary friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely along the same lines. And so, yeah, that's enough to say with that because yeah, but yeah, totally along the same lines. And you know, decent film. Like I'm not saying it's a bad film.
And all the previews make it look like it's a fun, happy-go-lucky movie, and it was
Yeah, it was somber.
Yeah, I wouldn't take my kids to see this.
The whole time you're worried about the dad and, you know, is he going to die and what's going to go on?
Right, or the grandma? I don't know.
Grandma, like, you know, is she going to get hit by a car or something and fall out of the roof? Like,
right, it always like, okay, who's going to die? Because somebody's got to die.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was just
Nobody did.
Somber. It was somber. Yeah, I mean, it was fun for the kids to watch. The characters were kind of fun.
Yeah.
They were light and colorful.
Our son got a kick out of it, but he's 13.
The one guy that's like a spy versus spy guy that came in, he was pretty funny. So, but yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, I don't know about these tokens. I don't know how they're going to work and how they're going to affect Shard's gear. Wow, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. That's stupid.
And I don't think we'll know unless somebody buys it, which we won't, until Logan comes back around. And then once we've got him, which I don't know how long that's been, but I don't know when he's coming back. They probably got to figure out a way of screwing people over and how many millions you're going to require to get to the next star.
Boy, right?
Because there's no leaderboards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like some of the things does not make sense.
No, it doesn't. Just give us a 5-star unlock, call good. If you have a 5-star, you can unlock. Like, that was just such an easy thing to do. Like, I don't know why we got to add this added difficulty to it to make people milk it. And then they broke it themselves to make it so that somebody could just do one level and get them, like,
Yeah,
I don't
they're
know,
gonna
it's
have to. They'll probably switch that
yeah, they will.
because they don't want the next group.
They'll
of
just
new
up the
people
difficulty
doing
a little bit or add a character to it, like
make it a required.
Sus or APOC, that it'll, you know, shoot that first level down. But, yeah, it's just, funny stuff. Not huge things, but just, like, what are you
It could be
doing?
tested in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Like one of these days, if I ever got around to it, I could write down like all the mechanics in the game of anti-charge and charge and compare, hey, what happens if this character interacts with this character? What about this one?
Right.
What about that one? That's what I've always done.
285 times?
You know?
It's a lot of combinations.
I'm sure they have software and AIs that can do these things. There's got to be
That's
something
a lot of
that...
combinations.
There's got to be some way of doing it. There's programs that can be run.
Yeah, interesting.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, but I mean...
I mean, I'm not a genius.
Playing these Spotlight dudes, I'm actually having fun doing it.
Yeah. And thank you for turning back down the rate difficulty, because I made it all the way to the tech nodes.
I didn't turn it down. Oh, you mean the stealth buff?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for taking that off. Yeah, I was able to get through Bifrost. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But no, I like playing these Spotlight raids. They're kind of fun. It's a fun new thing, and it's not super frustrating. It's right in front of you, like how to do things. Like,
yeah, we hit 70% on it. I was rather impressed.
yeah, it's like, so the first one, you come out and with Alpha Flight at least, it's just a basic managing of the tunes. You stun Panda Pool, and then you control Nightcrawler, and it's pretty basic. Like the Sasquatch special rewind, so you just keep on doing that to Nightcrawler, and then just blow everybody else up. Like super, super easy. And then you come to the second node, and you stun Kang, and then you control the other Kang. So that way you're just kind of going back and forth. The Void Knights are a bit annoying, but in reality, like it's easy to kind of deal with. And then I think the next one is with the Lizard. So I just open up stun Lizard, so he never even takes a turn. And then just keep on going around, like hitting everybody. Because he's so slow, if he doesn't go, he just sits there forever.
Yeah.
And then when the next one spawns in, you just stun him too. And then you just sit there and you control the highest player that you see, like the most difficult one. I can't remember who's in that one. I think there's a MILF or something in that one, but you got to control. But it's just, I don't know, they're kind of fun. And it's like when you see that you're about to mess up, you back out and you have plenty of energy because it's two people in the lane, which is dumb, but it's whatever. I mean, if it's what we got to do, it's what we got to do. So I'm going in with one of my alt accounts, and I'm doing the non-mythic and the Spider Society nodes with those, so I get 5. And then I do the alpha flights with my main account. And so it's like, it's perfect. It works out perfectly for me, and that's what we try to do in every lane with people, see who's got alpha flight up first so that they can take those last nodes and have the other person take the first 5. And it's working out. We're doing a good job with it, and I'm really proud of our alliance mates. It's a lot of fun to do and see us getting 70%. And
yeah, we're helping people out with that crimson gear. They're gonna pass me up before I know it.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling when people are all working together. And I know that we're not doing the 2.3 in incursion, which some people probably think we can, but it's just to have 2 headaches on top of each other, I think is.
Well, we could be
liable for some people.
70% the one we've got.
Yeah, we have probably 14 people that are daily raid push good, but the other 10 people, that's who I want to make sure that they feel like they're being heard as well. So that's why we are where we are, and I think we're in a comfortable spot right now. I think the 1.2 spotlight is hard enough for the try harder players, but then those first 5 nodes are easy enough for those players that are like, I'm free to play, I'm not buying the team, let me just do these 5 nodes.
I sim the first 3, and then D3 takes the rest.
And then incursion, I kind of do the same thing. The ones that are more high, TCP, really wanting to go, they have solo lane on the right side going down. And everybody else is pretty much free to play or cheap to play, like they're on the left-hand side going up.
They hoard so they can core.
Yeah, so we got basically 5 people on the left side and 3 people on the right.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy that way. We still get it down to the 80, 90s and probably could 100 a couple times a week now. I don't see a reason why not. Like, we've got the TCPs to do it and the ability to do it.
Hey, 2 Wednesdays from now on, we're going to push for 100 on this one.
Yeah, it's just the time thing. There's people, have professional jobs that take time. Like, we're not just sitting around a computer all the time. So, we got EMTs and firemen and military and corrections and, people who do roofing and construction that you can't just take a day off. You're not going to get paid. We got people doing delivery, truck driving.
In a lot of these jobs.
Things where you have to be in a car going all the time. You can't play while you're in a car.
No,
you got
and
truck
plus,
drivers.
For these players and players like me, we're at the point where it's like our time is worthless to them. Why am I going to give up an opportunity to go do something with someone else just to hit 1 raid node or 2 raid nodes or, no, I'm good. Good where I'm at. My time is not valuable to them, so I'm not going to give it to them.
That, and also like going to an alliance where they're trying to do 100% every day and you're getting yelled at, that's just frustrating.
Well, core it. I don't care if you lost your tunes, core it.
Yeah, it's frustrating to me, and it's like,
it's a game.
We have 4 people that we're seeing at the bottom quite often, but also those 4 people, they come through when I need it. If I message them, it's they can do it, and it's not like they're not doing stuff. It's just that other people are taking the bosses, so it looks like they're lower. Because if you're doing the lane over to the left, right, and I have 2 people in a lane, wife and I, we can solo the 1 lane, and then I branch out into the middle as well, or over to the left as well, once we get up to bio and skill. And so the other 2 are left just doing 6 nodes basically between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
And we got Commander X going up the middle. He can solo everything on his own. So, we got the 5 people over there. Those 2 people, all I need from you 2 people is 6 nodes. And when they do more than that, fantastic. But all I need from you is 6 nodes between 2 people. That's 3 nodes a person. And that's all they need to do. And so when they get on, if they do those 3, yeah, it looks like they're not participating, but in reality, I'm taking all the other nodes, so is X, so is the wife. Because we're on all the time doing this stuff. So
as soon as I get 10 energy, I usually...
Yeah, we just one-shot them all, go through. So it's like, well, unless it's one of those days, and then we're not. But, but it's like, so they're not expected to do a lot. So it looks like they're not doing a lot, but they're not expected to because we're taking the nodes from them. So,
which then it brings up the dailies, having 8 attacks. Like, are you sure you're getting your dailies done?
Right.
Like, I don't want you falling behind.
Right.
Like, if you need to node, take my node. Like,
yeah, because if they do 3 in incursion and then they do 5 in
If
in
they
Spotlight.
can, because a lot of them, Spider Society is not farmable.
No, but everybody
may
has
not
Spider
have 'em.
Society by now. Some kind of stars. They have them unlocked at least, so you can be able to level them up. But they should be able to do those 5 nodes, and if not, if they want to, lose and go back in and do 5 attacks, like that's something too. So they should be able to get 8 attacks, and that's what raid dailies are, is 8.
Yeah.
Barely, because the way I have this set up, but they're still
I don't
getting
know what
8
it would hurt
attacks.
to have that gamma going, or the beta, or the alpha, whatever the hell they
Different
call
grade?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what would it hurt to make a different currency? You've already had millions of currency. You've gotten rid of the other one, so switch Incursion or this new Spotlight over to the old purple energies
Right.
that you don't use anymore.
Yeah. Because we used to be able to run an alpha and a beta at the same time when
Right?
the one
when
came
it first
out.
started, like
Yeah.
the day it starts, yes,
Yeah.
you start one right before it ends.
So
and then
there's
run
no
the other.
reason they can't. They just don't want to.
It's too many resources for the free to play.
Yeah, it's too bad, and for lower players too. And like I said, I think it was the last time. Like if they bracketed those player rewards for when they level up, and they made like to 50 having more stuff, and then 50 to 75 have more stuff, they wouldn't have to do something like this where they're doing these time heists, have people catch up. They would just do it. What's it called? It's not generically. They do it naturally. Yeah, that's not the word I was looking for, but that works. Yeah, naturally as they go up. So it's like, I don't know, I think that would just make more sense.
I'd like to know who their analytics is, because somebody obviously told them that this would be more beneficial or whatever.
Yeah, make a pack.
Like, and how, again, do the envoys, I don't know how that program works. It would be nice to see behind the curtain, like a true, honest discussion with the envoys.
Yeah.
Why are none of you saying, like, hey, wait a minute, it's because you're all endgame players.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how the new players run. None of them run an alliance,
No,
to
they
my
really
knowledge.
care.
So it's like, how is that a true show of what this community is feeling? And then anytime anybody brings anything up, even on Reddit, oh, you're stupid, you don't know what you're talking about, you're just a new player, this is great for the game.
You're always going to have those negative Nancy shooting people down.
But it's like, dude, really, no, think about it. You are hindering and handcuffing the newer people, and they're going to get burnt out far quicker.
Yeah, but they're
than
hoping they
were in
make
the
a couple
past.
purchases before they do. That's what it's
and that's
for.
all they care about.
That's what they're caring about. It's not about the experience, it's about the money.
Right?
So,
And it's just sad that that's all 90% of people.
All these things are.
You know?
It's just about the holy data. Holy data. That's what they want. Some people are a different breed. Some people are a different breed. Okay, so with my car accident, I was sitting there like all night on my graveyard last night, and I'm like, if I end up getting a settlement for my back or my neck, right? If they do like, just like, here, cut you a check and it's this much. And we had an accident, figured out it was like 14 years ago, where they cut a check for like, what was it, 4 or 5 grand a person. And
I
the
think
wreck,
so, but
I
that
think is what it
covered
was.
the emergency room visit.
Yeah, it covered all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, so they cut me a check that's like 4 or 5 grand, and I really don't feel like I need a lot of it. Can I just take $1 grand of that and give it to the kid that hit me?
Right? So he can at least pay his deductible to get his car fixed.
Yeah, so he's not out of his pocket
You
for
know,
stuff.
it's
It's a
probably
young
his
kid.
first car
Right.
that he probably bought with his own money.
But then I'm like, if I do that and they find out somehow, they
Right,
they
then
call it
there's
like
insurance fraud.
insurance fraud. And it's like, I don't want
Oh,
to
you
get fucked
set
like
this
that.
up.
But it's like, I don't know. I just think that would be the right thing to do. That would be the human ethical thing to do,
Right.
is to help somebody else if I have been helped. And I don't know. It just the way people are. I don't know, they don't want to help the players in the game. They want the players to help them by buying
by
stuff.
views and by clickbait and by give me subs.
Because like you said, if they
Donate.
added a 1 or a 0 to the gold that we get, it would make things so much
Just
better.
those challenges. Put a 1 in front of the number or a 0 at the end.
If they knock
What
these
would that hurt?
milestones down 200 points so we can get just a little bit higher, it'd make us so much more happy. If we're getting to the Crimson gear and not having to spend money,
Yes.
it'd make us happy.
Well, even when you spend a little bit of money, making that worth it.
Yeah.
Look at all the people who got screwed over on even Old Man Logan who bought these tunes to 6 and 7 and didn't get a 6 or a 7. They got a 5 because of the way the leaderboards were
Right.
bracketed.
Right. Yeah, that's got to feel bad. Whereas back in the day, you got 6-star characters,
Yep.
you got a 6-star.
And if you had a tie, it was a tie. You both got the reward.
No. Like back in the day, like talk about Weapon X and Mega Red, like stuff like that. If you had a 6-star, you got a 6-star. Black Bolt. If you had a 7-star, you had a 7-star.
Someone else for it.
Yeah. Why does everything have to be a leaderboard, an auction board? I don't get.
Yeah.
I don't get, and I don't want to see it. I don't want
the
it being the first thing to pop up.
For right now.
Yeah.
Why? He's not even in the game for anybody to get unless you spent.
Yeah.
But here's some diamonds.
Yeah.
And looking at the amount of alliances that finished the last alliance event, I am still amazed at how high up we are on
was it 2?
I don't remember, but it was not very many. I thought it might have been 12.
Well, we've got some players in our alliance that really do help a lot. They're really team players. They're really team-oriented people. And we do look out for each other, which makes us a little different than a lot of alliances. And we push each other to do better. And yes, we have some of those people at the bottom, but some of those people are ones that are in between jobs, or just got a new job, or moving to a new state, or
just got married,
having some marital stuff, going on one way or another, either a sick wife, or just got married, or their work sucks ass because they're starting to pick up and they're stuck in a warehouse all day long. Like, there's actual real life issues going on that I'm not going to fault that person for a game. When they're amazing people and I love having them around.
That you should be playing maybe 20 minutes a day.
Yeah, and it's like, if they're not caring, I have let those people go in the past if they don't care. But these people do, and if it comes to, a push, they're like, all right, I'm going to take a ship break real quick, or whatever, and they're on it, and they do try their hardest, so they do try to level up the right people, and they do listen and put the right defenses and stuff like that, and they're good people, and so it kind of sucks when they're kind of like looked at in that microscope as, oh, they don't have a lot of points.
But who was it? The one war attacks we needed, because it was per person had to attack to get points for something. Soul. But he hadn't attacked yet because he'd been working his 24-hour shift, and I'm like, there's one team left. Nobody hit this team. You're saving it for him. He needs to get, because otherwise he wasn't going to get the war rewards. He was going to be completely shafted on everything. Like, leave it. That is for him. Don't touch it.
Where there's other times where you look and you see that person playing Warframe, and you're
exactly.
Then
you're like, all right,
we're just clearing. Sorry, you're playing another game.
He was on the game 2 hours ago. He didn't attack.
Yeah, that's on them. Yeah, that's understandable. But if they haven't been on, we see that it's something that's obviously, they're having issues or they're stuck at work, then you got to be reasonable with those types of things. Yeah, and it's like with the Spotlight raid right now, the way that the milestone's set up. So if my alt account, if I do the first 2 Mythic and the Spider-Verse nodes, I'm going to get a total of 1,900 points. Mm-hmm. If I do 2 Alpha Flight nodes, I'm getting 4,000 points. If I do 3, I'm getting 6,000 points.
Because you're getting rewarded for spending and buying the team.
And if I get the boss node, that's another 2,000 for 8,000 points.
But the ranking in the Alliance means nothing. It's the overall.
No. I'm saying points towards the Alliance milestone.
Yeah,
so it looks like I'm doing way less with my one account because I have 1,900 points versus 8,000 points. Mm-hmm. But in reality, I'm doing the same amount of nodes.
Yeah.
Because they made the Alpha Flight be for the spenders, the ones that want to buy the thing. They make those they weigh more, which I get on one hand because if you're going to spend, like, you want to be rewarded for it. But on the other hand, the ones you're making so that the free-to-play players feel like they're left out because it's an alliance event and they don't look like they're doing their part.
And most of them can't even get the team or even have those access to that raid because they're not at a high enough level.
Yeah, when I got people saying like, hey, I got to work my ass off tomorrow, to make $90 to buy groceries for my kids in the weekend. Mm-hmm. That's, and I expect you to spend $50 on a character? Hell no. Hell no, that's not the way it is. Your family definitely goes first. Mm-hmm. Like, you got a weekend with your kids that you're going to spend. That's where that money comes in. That's the important thing, not a fucking game. Like, I'm not going to expect you to spend $50 or core shit for stuff when you're already trying to keep up and do the levels because you don't have the gear that everybody else does because you don't spend, so you're having to core things that other people don't have to core. Like, I don't know. It's just
But
what it is.
That's what Scopely wants. They want to pit people against each other. They
Yeah,
want
'cause
the
they get
spenders
this-
to fight with the free-to-play.
They get this constant revolving door of alliances,
Yeah.
you know, and like one merging with another because the spenders aren't spending anymore, and so they have to go to this one, and now you have this powerhouse. Then you have this like super powerhouse one at the top, like when Sedano Mac was there, that had
Legion's
Fate's Fury,
still
that had Sedano Mac, that had Cindy and Yags, that had they were all in the same alliance together, you know, and it's like nobody's beating that. You're not getting past that. They're just number one in everything, and you just got to deal with it. How good does that feel? It doesn't. I would rather them all be mixed up and everybody feel comfortable about being with somebody that's close to their level, but that they're able to play with. Like it's
just
getting
the same
to know
mentality.
people.
Like, I don't know. Again, it's that mob mentality. The I'm better than you, and nobody is.
Nobody is.
We're all players in this game. We're all playing together.
Yeah,
we got
the
same content.
T-Dub in our alliance. It's 111 TCP.
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, can we bump it up? This is too easy." Yeah, for you, because you're twice our.
No, but what I'm saying is in war, like he kicks ass in war, and his total last war was 135 million damage.
Mm-hmm.
I am a 60 million TCP, and I got 165 million damage. You know, we're in the same war.
Yeah.
You know, some people have strengths, some people, you know, like do things different. And then another war, he'll do 170, and I'll do 130. It's just the way it is. And it makes it like we're actually on an even playing field when you do it the right way. You know, he's going to do his raids and get to the boss node. It's going to be easy for him, whereas it's going to be work for me.
And then he'll sit and be bored all day. Well, that's fine. Then you have free time to do other stuff.
Yeah,
Spend it with your kids.
And that's the thing. Money over time.
Yep.
He spent money to buy the account, to level his tunes, to max them out, so that he had more time to do other things. Mm-hmm. Kudos to you. If you have those type of resources, use them. I don't. So I got to play it. So I'm on it more. And especially with 3 accounts in the same alliance,
but your
I'm on it a
time
lot
should
more.
feel just as valuable as.
Yeah, I feel mine does. I don't feel like I enjoy doing things and I enjoy watching the game and seeing all this stuff. So I feel like I'm getting my use out of the game. When I go into war, I'm like, you know, the last little bit. A lot of the battles, I'm like the last little bit, hitting auto and starting another battle with another account. You know, it's how I do things. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's in a good spot. It just needs to balance out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Those leaderboards
It
need to
went
go away.
way too heavy for the spenders.
Yeah, those auction boards need to go
I
away.
think they were trying to make up for Thanos giving, and it spiraled out of control.
Well, they're trying to find a new spender too because Donana left.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make those guys happy. But it is what it is. All right, so I guess that's about all we got for today. Yeah, is that all you got?
Yeah.
All right, so again, this is episode 27. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe. You know, all that fun stuff. Tell somebody, listen to it with your family, whatever you want to do. Like, we appreciate you all, and thank you for listening in. Put some comments in there because those are fun to listen to and respond to. And like always, I'm Viz.
I'm Sable.
Until next time, peace.